for women that I don't necessarily think that you deserve to be, I'm not saying you specifically, but just people who engage in that deserve to be, or not even deserve, I just don't think you would really find a man who would bring to the table what you want, because any traditional man is not going to put up with someone who has a past like yours.
I very much disagree. So the last time I was on here, I respect your opinion. Michael Knowles, right, was on here the last time, and we were going back and forth quite a bit, and he even talked about a 10-year rager period where he went off the walls. Him and his wife now, who he was a high school sweetheart with, they broke up for 10 years. He went on a bender. He did ungodly things, and then now he's back on his path. I mean, he's now traditional, conservative, has that traditional woman. They have that traditional relationship. And so I just don't think, like, what I do now defines me. Yeah, it's part of who I am, and they have to accept that. But
well, what he did, though, I think there is a difference there, right? Having, like, a decade of fun versus having videos of yourself having relations with other men on the internet. There's a little bit of a difference. Sure, he didn't disclose
what he did, though.
I highly doubt Michael Knowles was filming.
We don't know. You don't know that.
Fairly confident to say that there's no, but still, I think that
he
we're
could have
missing
recorded
the point.
himself.
But also to that point, I think one of the issues with women who engage, and I don't like the term sex work, but if you want to call it that, is that you take on, I think, a very masculine interpretation of sexuality. In other words, I think that Michael Knowles can probably, or whoever it is, a guy can get away with having 10 years of fun, and it doesn't have as much of a negative ramification on them, whereas female sexuality, it really makes it harder for you to, I think, pair bond with your mate down the road when you have sex with a lot of people, or if you just view sex as sort of commodified.
Yeah, I don't have sex with a lot of people.
I think that's a very valid point.
I think it's a valid point. I just,
well, also too, I think my other issue, even taking the sex stuff out of it, like, for example, you know, say if you had children, or would someone who used to do OnlyFans, like, make a good wife? I think even the fact that there's, like I said, explicit content of you on the internet, I also think, and again, I mean this in a respectful way, but I think it speaks to people's character and morality, in the sense that, again, I'm sure you'll hit me with the you find doing OnlyFans really empowering, and we can have that discussion, but I think it sort of shows that people prioritize short-term gain for just short-term profit, like it's immediate gratification, because, again, I don't buy into the narrative that if you join OnlyFans, you just start making 6 figures a month. On average, you make $180 a month, and OnlyFans loves that myth is perpetuated. But putting that aside, I just think that it speaks to a woman's character that they would do that, and I think that, speaking of commitment, to me would make it think that someone who does OnlyFans and is so willing and eager to sell their body for male validation or for what, would probably have a higher propensity to cheat. And frankly, I don't know if they would make, from just looking at it objectively from a mating perspective, necessarily a great mom, because I think that, like I said, it's putting short-term gratification for money, for whatever lifestyle you want, and not looking down the road. I don't know if you want to have kids, but
I do, yeah, and I don't think it's going to affect my children and my unborn children.
How can you say that, though?
I mean, it's a profession regardless. I worked in corporate before I did OnlyFans. I did both at the same time. So, like, at first, it was a secret. I kept it a very big secret from everything. And then,
so if you had to keep it a secret, though, was that because it was bad?
Because I didn't want to get fired.
So why would they have fired you, though?
Because that's just how it is. I still think I mean, it's my body, so I can
So my question to you girls that do OnlyFans and stuff like that, what's your exit plan?
I had a question, so now my brain is scattering, sorry. My exit plan out of all of this?
Just specifically getting out of work.
I want to throw my own events. I'm an event management major while I'm working on there.
But do you have like a timeline or like a
goal? Like,
like I make X amount of money, now I can retire, or I have 2 years in, I'm done now.
Yes, yeah.
Are you guys gonna pull the like NALA card and be like, oh, I forgive myself for what I did, I'm repenting, I'm like a newfound
No, she still has her OnlyFans though.
Wait, no, but about the question, you guys are both Christian, right?
Yeah.
I am.
Okay, so I had
Not super religious, actually.
I had Christians knock on my door the other day. Maybe it's a sign. But they were just explaining to me, like, your guys' beliefs and everything. So I was asking them about, like, okay, so he died for our sins. So they told me that means we came to this life already as sinners. Mm-hmm. So we can do whatever we want as long as we believe in Jesus Christ, and God. Because that's how they made it seem. Because I was like, I don't want to say the R word, but I was like, so if I R word someone, I'm still going to heaven?
Mm-hmm. So the reason why we have free will and the reason why there's so much death and destruction and evilness in this world, which is very unfortunate, is because we have free will. And God wouldn't be a loving and gracious Father if he made us love him. So the free will is by choice. We get to choose to love him or we get to choose not to. That's why there's death and destruction and chaos. But when it comes to intentionally making bad decisions, you can live your entire life and make intentionally really, really bad decisions. But the turning point in Christianity specifically is acknowledging that you've made faults, acknowledging that you've hurt people, acknowledging your sins and turning from it.
But yeah, and then still of course like praising and like being religious.
My opposition though to what you guys do is not really actually derived necessarily from religious stuff. I think it's more that what you guys are doing is part of a myriad of ways that, whether it's big corporations, elites in this country, powerful globalist organizations, want to destroy the nuclear family, want to destroy traditional gender roles, want to frankly destroy traditional relationships. So I'm not couching it in like religious speak.
I think you look at life more as a physical, material matter way.
I do?
Yeah, because like you believe in heaven and everything, right? Like you go to heaven.
Yeah.
See, I believe in reincarnation. So my body right now, this body isn't going to come with me to the next life. So whether I'm making money, however the fuck you guys care about, it doesn't matter in my opinion.
But sorry to interrupt you.
But I'm not even talking just about you. I'm talking about the other people's lives that you're impacting. Not you specifically, but with the work that OnlyFans creates. Like, do you think OnlyFans is a net positive on society?
I think it's an inevitable part of society.
Men watch porn regardless, so I think if they're gonna watch free, they might as well watch
I think
my
everything
porn and
happens for a reason.
Okay, Naomi.
But like
everything happens for a reason.
So, but that's what I have to say. If no
reason.
offense, if I ask you if what you do is good for society, and within 1 second your comeback is, well, it's just going to happen. That's not really a great argument for why it's good. That's just sort of like a neutral wash, right?
I mean, so what's the difference between mainstream and OnlyFans to you in your eyes? Anything?
I have never consumed OnlyFans content or explicit content. I don't believe in that.
Are you scared of it?
I am scared of what you guys are doing to your bodies, your souls, and the men who watch your content. So yes, I would say I am scared
May I
of it.
ask why you're scared of it? Like, is there anything in your childhood that like?
No, I actually have wonderful parents who raised me, and I think that's precisely why I'm scared of it.
Have you been cheated on a lot? Like, because usually people who are like scared of like girls like that.
I don't.
Doc Venabilis donated $100. Female promiscuity is a firm indicator of cluster B personality disorder. A cluster B woman will not make a good partner or a good mother. By extension, no healthy man will want to marry OF.
I don't think the reason that
Thank you, Doc Venabilis. Appreciate
opposed to OnlyFans is because I think that that's why men have cheated on me, if that's what you're saying.
No, yeah, I was just trying to pick your brain a little bit, but
Feel free.
Yeah, no, because I like to see the root of why people are this way.
But is your reason why you do OnlyFans like, oh well, they're gonna consume the content anyways. I can't make a change, so I may as well do it.
That's not mine.
Not so much.
Why do you guys do it then?
I like genuinely enjoy it, to be honest.
Sorry.
And like your point of like you were raised by good parents, like I totally respect that, and like that's your viewpoint on like why you don't enjoy. But like I was raised by really good parents also, and I come from a good family.
That's true.
And they have good morals at the end of the day.
Do they approve of what you do for work?
They support me because they're very open-minded, yeah.
So my question to you ladies is, if you genuinely think that what you do contributes positively to society, if let's just say that what you're doing, you're running a business, right? If you had to create a mission statement, can you give me some character traits of what your business consists of? Would it be honesty, respect, loyalty?
Of course.
Give me some characteristics of the business that you run.
Loyalty, like you said, respect, commitment.
But don't just pair it off of what I'm saying.
Okay, I'm trying.
No, because I'm genuinely trying to understand, because
commitment.
Because how can you tell if a man or woman is single? How can you tell if you're not talking to someone that is already taken? How can you tell?
But that's
you can't.
That's the
Exactly.
thing.
Companionship, though. I would say companionship. I'm very honest with me. Like, I don't have chatters, so it is me speaking. Like, I send
Do you
voice
guys
messages.
ever talk to them, though, one-on-one?
Yeah, and don't you think it's better to profit off of a man who's cheating on their wife?
No, I don't think it's.
you're enabling.
What?
Interesting.
I don't feel that way.
I get it, but like we all obviously have different views, like spiritually, religiously,